Jeffrey faps the third time today. He's like, I already fapped once, so I've already relapsed, so why not go for round 2 or round 3? Oh, now I've even gone into the right. Now I've relapsed already, so why not do more? And it gets deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole. I must get to day 90 so I can fucking get cash. All people online say that if you mess up once, you're a disgrace. This Nofap YouTuber tell me that if I miss one day after reset, one day one, he's depressed for never making any progress. He doesn't make progress because he's constantly fapping. Adonis knows the scam of the Nofap influence and what the YouTubers tell him. He knows the value of faps. He knows the mistakes you can do from fapping. And he knows that small step, one step at a time, is delayed gratification. Progressively overload yourself. Don't beat yourself up for what the Nofap YouTubers tell you. He knows the power of the urges, and he knows that it's really hard, and he treats them in the very best way. And he himself actually got over his addictions himself a long time ago by just doing progressive overload. And he really thought deep about it. He created emotional connections that kept him improving and led to his supreme self, which we see now. I remember these days when I was a lot like Jeffrey, me. I felt anxious and kind of depressed when I didn't hit the day 30 Nofap. Oh my god, I realized that again. I believed in that. Oh, day 90 you can elevate, boys. Gospel fever. Oh, and the devil will start to approach me. Imagine you being in bed. Round 2, round 3. When you're in bed, trying to not go for round 1, but it's impossible. You're like, you basically have your hand behind your back. You do everything you can, but it doesn't work. Like I'm telling you right now, I literally had, like every time I went to bed, I got horny by just being in bed for no reason, because, well, I have a habit of fapping that, right? It was always that stupid fitness influence, because, if it helps you sleep, then if it have some release and it's easier to sleep, and I was savage. I wasn't even doing that on the toilet. In my boxers, mate. In my boxers. I'm not taking the piss. In the boxers. I found at a very early age the porn, right? But I didn't commit right away. I found it in 10. And this has haunted me for years, and I just, like that, managed to get out of it. And this video is so valuable. I found it in 10, but started at 12. So I've been through 12, 3 years. Because I'm 16 now, so the last year I didn't went 7-8 months now, Nofap, and easy. Doesn't even think about it. It was so easy. I don't even have. It's super easy. It's like a guy hitting 20 kg bench press when he does like 100 all time 20 kg. Like, yeah, it's as easy as just the bar, or even easier. It's really fucking easy. So I didn't reach the puberty yet when I was at 10. So I guess I didn't get the urges because of that reason. Because I'm kind of like, that's kind of cringe. Just the first time you feel kind of ashamed, like you know it's not the right thing. And this happened for me, right? So it took me 2 years until I got those urges. And I'm like, oh, fucking when's girls? Well, I was thinking, no girls at all. When I was 10 years old, I was like, I was really, I dare say I had high tests when I was a kid. I played around. I was a real man, like before. I was a real boy. You can say a perfect boy at 10 years. I was. As of my age, I was quite masculine, you could say. But I didn't reach the puberty yet. So I didn't have these urges. But no one never tell me. In school, they tell, it's good for prostate cancer not to play with yourself. But it's good to know more about yourself. If I just knew that these urges are for me to control and not getting, succumb to them. But I didn't know. I thought it was like, it's not bad or good, or maybe it could be possibly a little good. Like, it's not bad, that's not good. A bit good. That's what I thought. Great, prostate cancer. It's good because you sleep. But fitness, it's good because you prior to sleep. It's really good. So I had no negative. No one said it was bad. And then I got into it. Round 2. I never went to round 4. I kind of after round 2 I kind of didn't do it anymore. For some reason I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped for 7 months, then got into it again, then stopped, got into it again. I don't know really why, but I remember the first time. The first FAP, right? I got an urge and I saw some on TikTok, Reddit. No, not TikTok, I think even Reddit and YouTube, I think it was. If my memory is with me today, that was the first time. Like, I don't fucking remember. It was 4 years ago, and I didn't think much of it. For some reason, I didn't. I've started implementing more memory practice, writing down my day. I kind of do. I actually do. If you, by the way, if you want to, remember more of your day, just do like a daily summary. Like, doesn't have to be all the things in the day, but something interesting that happened, or something that was out of the necessary. Like, it really helped me remembering more. It's because if you aren't learning, if you aren't writing, if you aren't just journaling, if you aren't journaling, you're not living up to your potential. You're not using your memory. You're basically having worse memory. You're basically 30, 40 years old. Like, you're basically tired, slowly falling. Like, you feel younger when you do memory practices, and those are more journaling and I guess more writing about story or life. I think it's a really valuable. So yeah, like they did this in the old years. They sat with the campfire, our ancestors. They talked stories until they slept. Like, I think this is a real good thing we have done for many years, and I think it's very good practice to start journaling, telling stories and thinking of stories, and that's why I do these story videos, right? But yeah, first time felt good, right? Like, I ejaculated a fuck ton. I never ejaculated that much before. Like, holy shit, that was even now it was the craziest. The first time. When thinking back, probably the most intense ejaculation. Nowadays I quit, of course, like 7-8 months ago, because I discovered Nofap 7-8 months ago. Like, I've done a fuck ton this year. But I think one of the 2 leading reasons for my quit was I was miserable. Like, I quit myself basically because I did feel the negatives of it. Like, even though I listened to his influences, I kind of feel the negatives myself. So I kind of quit myself, and then I was like, should I quit, should I not? And then I was like, should I quit, should I not? And then I found Nofap, and it said, you should really much quit. So I was kind of debating quit, not, and then found Nofap, and very much quit. So I was never the total Jeffrey. I was never the drinker. I'm 16. But I was eating sugary food. I was kind of a binge eater. But not in junk food. I never binge eated junk food off like McDonald's. Like, I ate McDonald's like maybe once a week, but I didn't binge eat like a crazy guy. But ice cream was a big one. I ate a fuck ton of ice cream and candy, and I was like, oh my god, even before the Saturday candy day, it was gone. But yeah, the Nofap industry sucked, although the Nofap, you could say, mentality is sucked as well, but just being on Nofap as a lifestyle really connected to me. Man, my English, man, I'm trying to improve myself, but really connected to me, you could say. But you just said it was good. You just said that Nofap's really good. Why are you telling me Nofap industry mentality sucks? Why are you saying it's good and there's so many benefits, right? The Nofap, you present there's so many benefits and by not fapping. Yes, I'm not saying fapping is good. I'm saying that the benefit themselves, they're very good, but I think that you can say they kind of push some pressure, like, some pressure, good to elevate, but they kind of put way too much pressure. You know, they kind of put, let's say, 100 kg, and if you doesn't hit 100 kg, you feel they have failed, and then you feel like, oh, I failed so badly, and then you kind of go relapse, right? It's way too hard. It's so hard, so it's kind of a anxiousness, like you get so anxious. That's what the problem. No, not a single time. I did this 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and I can never do it a single time. That's went from level 0 to level 1000. Like, what the hell? Progressively overload is so important. I'm not trying to bitch at, just do a little, and like, if you can do more, sure, go for it, but progressive overload is so important. Because you could never hit 100 kg without even going 20, 30, 40. You can never skip. It's like you're going to level 100 and you ain't even on level 2. Like, you're on level 1, you're trying to get to 100. You're trying to beat the boss when you're level 1. You're trying to, you're beat the boss at level 1, man. You be one shot, you die in 1 second. Same with Nofap viewers. They expect you to fight the huge boss. So you can elevate. Oh, you got freaking be Chad, Ultra Chad, Goku, whatever shit. And you can't even go to day 2. And then you get to day 3, you're like, oh, I feel really good. And then you realize, because you get the strong urge, I really gotta get to 365. Really gotta get to 365. I really gotta get to at least 90. At least 90. It's a full-time job. It's just thinking about it. You're 24/7. No, when you aren't sleeping, but every time you're awake, every conscious moment you're kind of, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Your brain goes overload million. Imagine being an addict and then telling them 1 million reasons to stop fucking. Every single day, hundreds of videos. You get so much better. You get money by Nofap. You get girls smell you. They approach you, man. You can be a god if you get to level 900, day 900, level 300. You can elevate 90. You can talk to people. People will approach you. Your social skills will improve by 100,000%. You'll 24/7. You will dream about drinking. Oh, I wanna drink. No, I couldn't drink. I couldn't drink. But you will dream about drinking. I really wanna drink. I can't drink. And then you're like, I'm not gonna drink while I'm eating. And then your mindset is so weak. So then you're out. I'm gonna eat. I'm this time I'm just gonna eat without the drink. Like I used to drink, but I really don't wanna drink. And then you see people around you drink, and your friends, oh, you wanna drink? You wanna drink? This is also why you shouldn't surround yourself with those degenerates and those peoples, and why you shouldn't surround yourself with people who tells you, no, you have a deep mission, you like have a purpose, you really want to stop drinking, and then they tell you, oh, you're gonna drink, take one drink, it's just one drink, bro, and then you're like, yeah, I wasn't supposed to drink, but yeah, one is fine, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you feel like shit because you relapse as fuck. Then he feels horrible. Oh, no, I reset my streak. I went to day 3, but I'm gonna start again on day 1. I didn't make any progress. I wasted 3 days. It will really, really affect you. It will feels so annoying. It will be deep. You will really feel this. Like, I'm disappointed. I'm a failure. For a human being. Feel these dark thoughts. And as you go about the day, you feel this lowest point. Then when you feel low, mental health is shit, you can't even hit the habits. You can't even get to your work sometimes. You kind of feel like there's no purpose in your life. You feel shit all the time. All the things you do. And the same with Nofap as drinking. When you fap one time, you have a reset. They say, oh, you reset when you fap one time. I got to day 90 without a single fap. You go from 4 faps a day to not a single in 3 months. This is what the Nofap YouTubers tells you. Progressive overload in all areas of life. All that requires discipline. That's basically all the areas of life you need to improve. It's like saying you can't consistently hit the gym every single day for the rest of your life. If you miss one day of your whole life, all your muscles will go. If you miss one day, I hit the gym. If you miss the gym even once this last month, you will have start from step 0 again. That's what they tell you. You miss one workout and then from 0, then you feel like shit because you're level 0. When you're trying 3 months, obsess over it every single day for 3 months, and then you're level 0. Imagine that. That's what they tell you. Screw those guys. Screw them. Fuck them. Put so much pressure on the addicts. Instead, help the addicts. Instead of saying, you fucking sick. Try to help them. Or instead of trying, no, it's fine. You can drink once. You can drink once. You can drink once. Instead, say, remember you shouldn't drink. Like, they try to help you. Like, they don't, you can drink once. Like, you say, I'll not miss a single day, but you said the Nofap YouTubers was a bad thing because of that, this and this. Yes, but I'm telling you that try to be less hard on them, progressively overload themselves. But they themselves should have this hard on themselves. They should be, I should not drink. And there's kind of like, we don't drink, right? And then if you drink once, it's like, unfortunate. But then it's the end of your life because I drink once. No. This mindset is destructive. And it will lead you to even if you experience some kind of pain, you feel like, no. You can't even go through your life. They mess up your life. And they don't even think about you. They're like, they might be easy for you or something. It's easy for me. I haven't drank a single time. I'm not in 18. I am not in blue election. I will never drink. I don't think there's any reason to ever drink again. Like, why should I start it if I don't have addiction? Like, it's stupid. Why would I? It might be easy for me, right? Who doesn't ever drink. Like, me, who hasn't drank a single time. I'm not in legal drinking age. And then the guy being drunk. Oh, loser. It's easy for me to say, drink a single life in life because I haven't drank a single time in 16 years. And he's like drinking 4 times a day. Man, there's a difference, right? The guy with no experience. The guy who hasn't been sober for a week in his last 5 years. Don't even remember. Has no experience. He is stuck in his misery. And he's at a hard spot. I'm not telling you, go very easy on him. I'm telling you, be realistic. He is at his all-time low. He needs someone to connect to. He needs someone to keep him accountable, to help him, and not telling him his shit. Telling him, yes, oh my god. You managed to drink 3 days instead of 7, right? You managed to skip 4 days per week. That's 50, 60, might even more progress in total volume 3 times a week instead of 7 times a week. That's insane in volume. Doing that in 1 week or 2, like, praise for it. You should be praised for that, not be, you didn't 0 days, you still did 3, idiot. That guy went from level 0 to level 10. And you expect him to get to level 100. Because if you're new at something, like I myself, I was like, I gotta take action, I gotta do this, like, you can't just go super try hard at the same time. You go, I'm gonna meditate every single day, I'm gonna exercise every single day, I'm gonna Nofap every single day. When I had all those bad habits in my life and I wanted to do all the good habits 1 hour, 2 hour a day. That's not how you go about it. And I myself, here with Nofap, I have some of the memories, but I don't struggle with this much more. anymore. Like, I remember at the time I tried to get through day 3. Yeah, day 3 is always the day I realized for some stupid reason. That was before, like a year ago or something. Constantly thinking about, oh, I hope I don't fap. I really hope I don't fap. I'm in bed. Oh, I can't fap. Because you knew that you would fap in bed. So you're like, oh, I'm not gonna fap in bed. And then the problem is that you're like, I'm gonna punch myself and I didn't fap, you idiot. I'm gonna 100 push-up and you're gonna die if you don't do this. That led to me remember it more and obsess over it more. And how is that? It's because emotions take a special place in your heart. There's a reason why stories are so engaging. There's a reason why people tell stories, and there's a reason why they don't say on 95% people who do Nofap get successful. If you never fap, then you're good. You get rich by never fapping. By me telling you these stories, you get emotionally attached or connected. You can feel that I have myself experienced something similar. Like 7 months ago, I wasn't even on self-improvement. I'm just saying, before 3 months, I haven't made a single video. I think I've improved. Like, I couldn't even talk. I was like, I took 20-second pauses all the time. I couldn't even talk for a minute straight. And I had no pause. I was like, and 20-minute pause. And the secret trick is not thinking about or obsess about enough. That is the single best trick. The emotions take a very special place in your heart. Imagine someone telling you that 50% of people are drunk drivers. And imagine me telling you, I went from school with my friend. I was about to pick up my mom. And my mom was in a car. I saw her in a car. She was in some random guy's car in the back. And I saw him driving like a fool. He drive 100, 120 mph or kilometers per hour or whatever. And he literally stopped. Then he opened the back. And then took your mom. Throwed her in the back seat. And then threatening her. Then doing something inappropriate, right? With your mother. Or with your girlfriend. Simply because he was drunk. I don't know if it was really emotional story. I'm really trying to improve that part of my life, right? But instead of me telling, 50% of drunk drive is this. If I tell you a personal experience of a drunk driver, if I tell you that took my girlfriend, drove over her, took her in the car because he was drunk, driving like an idiot, unpredictable. Your girlfriend, your mom could die. So in the back in the car, you have no control. You're the hitchhiker, and the drunk ass driver is the driver, yeah. It's the steering wheel. Unpredictable steering wheel, which is really drunk. Imagine the emotion from that, if you compare them. This will literally haunt you. If you experience this in real life, if you experience someone taking your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, and driving with them, kind of setting them back, kidnapping them, it will haunt you. You don't even know where she is. You don't know where she is. You called the police, you tracked her, but you never found her. And then 6 months later, you found her dead. This will haunt you. I could have done more, I could have done more, I could have done more, I could have done more. And the Nofap YouTubers, you know what they're doing? They abuse you into negative thoughts. They abuse your insecurities, your negative thoughts. I'm not gonna fap, I'm not gonna fap. They keep you in the loop of fapping. They tell you all, oh, this is why, this is why, this is why. They influence you at such a high point. Which, no, you can't do fap, you can't do fap, you can't do fap. They're abusing your emotions to break you down, to keep consuming their mindless content. Their market is dead, but they rely on the emotions, your insecurities to get views. Because if you do, you can look, yeah, I really want to fab because this and this, and I have to because this. They use those insecurities of yours to keep you there. And they cause trauma in you. They cause trauma when you can never get through day 3. You think you're a real failure. It can haunt you and cause trauma. And these emotions can haunt. These emotions from these stupid Nofap YouTubers can haunt you. I have actionable steps for you. Get a phone or a journal. I might be bullshitting. Oh, I don't need to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't have to do it right now. I'm just gonna do this video first. Right now, your brain is acting on emotions. Oh, I wanna do this. No, I wanna watch the video first. I'm not gonna do this. I don't feel like it. No, it's too late. Get your phone. Get your journal. No bullshitting. Your brain right now. I don't wanna do it. You're acting on emotions right now. And your brain is the same part of brain tells you, no, I can wait. No, I'm not gonna exercise. No, I can sleep 1 hour later because, yeah, I'll have to do this. It's actually these moments, these actionable steps. And it's actually these moments when something, yeah, if you heard something in the video which really, stories, I can really relate to this. But Nofap YouTubers, I can really relate to never getting through day 3. I might try this technique so I can get through day 3. Get the journal. Write. Implement it right now. Take action right now. Instead of this being just another 7th Nofap video. Letting this be a Nofap video which will actually change something in your life. When you get this, I really feel you hard. That's the most valuable thing. If you think, here's something you can really write, something. That's the most valuable thing. Get something you can write with. It can be a journal or phone. Doesn't really matter. Journal is more effective, but phone, it can be better if you want to save it for later or something. Both work really well. Just, in general, get it saved somewhere. So you don't have to obsess about it constantly. Maybe you write in there, why should I not fap, or why should I avoid Nofap, or what happens if I keep doing it, and how do I get through day 3, and write this down and then think for yourself with video knowledge from this. Why do you not want to Nofap? Yeah, you don't need more videos. You probably listen to 100 Nofap videos. You know all the benefits and you know all that. Take action now. When you watch this video, this is probably 100th or 17th or 2nd, 3rd Nofap video, whatever. You know that you should avoid Nofap. This is not something new. You know that you should avoid fapping and Nofap YouTubers and influencers. You know that it's castrating yourself. You know that you will make less progress and no progress in life. You know that you'll be down. You know that if you do Nofap and do this as a lifestyle, 99% you will be above 99% of people. It will show, and you will get some status and some, you don't fap, oh my god, Not letting something stupid random take control of your life. I'm telling you that it's not business, it's manipulation. they get views on your insecurities, not on your value. They provide no value to you. It's only manipulation. But you just said obsessing over it, write about it, think more about this bad. Yes, but if you think about it, the negative loops are surprisingly stuck in the brain. If you write down why you shouldn't do it, instead of, thinking every day I shouldn't do it, you should think less about it. But writing it down will save you 10 thoughts. So let's say you have I'm gonna hit the gym 12, and then you think of it every day. But if you schedule it 12, then you don't have to think about it anymore, because it's scheduled, right? You just go in your schedule. It's the same thing here. If you just write down, you basically save it to a hard drive. You know what I mean? You basically save something you wrote. Like, when you have 10 fucking thousand papers, I have so many papers just lying around. If I just save them on my phone or something. That's why these things, these deep topics, I usually do both. I usually write a lot, get my ideas for journaling, because when I journal with a paper and a pen, I get most of the thoughts, and then I save those in a document so I can say what I've written down. So I use journaling on my paper for more, more thinking about more solutions, all those things, and then I save it here. It's like you're untying a loop of negative thoughts. You're untying that stuckness in your brain, you could say. It calms you down. Less stress, you have it down, you save it to your hard drive, you save it in the brain more, because if you write about it, you will remember it more. So that's why journaling in general is very beneficial. Just journal your story the day, so that you'll basically save information, right? Really valuable. Journal why you shouldn't do it. Journal what got me here. Journal all these things about Nofap. Everything might help you. But so, why do you have to save this? Why do you have to save? Not only for you to have memories of it and kind of I'm not gonna not only is it stuck in your brain. It is good if you want a refreshment, kind of like I relapse again. What brought me to relapse? And then you will actually see that most of the time it's actually the same reason why you relapse. So that's why it's super effective, just writing down what got me to relapse, and then you say next time you relapse, this thing. Oh yeah, I actually did slack my meditation that's why. Yeah, actually this hour I was actually having free time and I didn't work. I just chilled. I was too lazy. Then you write it down. Maybe a solution beforehand. The first time you fixed your relapse was I did meditation this hour, and then you kind of like I don't have to meditate this hour, I do it in the evening instead. So every time you schedule or make a new schedule, maybe you miss something which was really important for you, which got you to not relapse, right? So then you can just think, I can go back to that saved. I've saved it in my hard drive already. I've saved it on my computer in a document or whatever, or on a paper or whatever, if you have the paper still, but I recommend you saving it in a computer. You will save so much time and effort, and you have the solution there written down. You don't have to think about it again, do the same process. You have it written down already, and you will kind of know more, because you will have writing it down paper and on computers you will remember more, but still it's 100% saved to the hard drive when you put it in your computer. So very, very good. Insanely valuable. You will always have access to the thing, which will help you. So how did I fix this? I actually had fapping, as I said, in my bed, and I actually had after lunch. Every time at lunch I had like a habit of, for some reason I just did that. Just 12 o'clock I got an urge, like every time after eating I kind of got an urge for some reason, I don't know why, and then every time before sleep. So what I did was, instead of fapping after lunch and evening, the time I used to fap I filled up with something else, right? I filled that time with meditating. Why did I do meditating? Because meditating after lunch is really easy, because after lunch I feel really slow and lethargic and all those things. Because I eat a fuck ton. I eat once a day, but it's kind of delayed gratification. Right now I feel really tired, but then the rest of the day I will feel energetic, which if you eat 2 times a day you feel less tired after each one, but then you get the effect kind of 2 times but smaller effect. I think just going once and then leveraging your time as best as possible when you can't work. So hour after, let's say just after you ate, or 1 hour after you ate, well then we're gonna do meditating, journaling, all those things in the evening. Why not put them in the lunch, after lunch, when you can't do work anyways, or put some podcast or something. Like, you can't do deep work after you just ate, you really can't. Ain't that pretty smart? Because then you leverage your time, because then you get your meditating journaling in, but at a different time, and then your evening will be leisure. Like, you won't waste time by doing this. That's why I think it's really a really good way. And the things with low friction, like easy things I don't have to use my brain with, and that is journaling, kind of, because I just write. And because, like, meditating is the best thing, because I feel like it's amazing to do it after I've ate. And podcast kind of mindlessly, but I still, at least I'm not mindlessly watching TikTok when I'm tired. I'm at least doing something educational, but I do that sometimes. Maybe read, but maybe sometimes I feel really tired and I take notes when I read. I'm really, really tired. But meditation is the best thing. After like 20 minutes I feel more energetic, and then I do some other work. Because when I work on a video, when I can't record an hour after I just ate. It's impossible. I cannot. That's why I have a good morning routine as well. But lunch is really taxing on your brain. It's simply because the blood flow goes to... You kind of constricting the blood flow to the brain, because you use all the energy to digest. You know, you probably heard of digesting, really energy consuming thing. You heard of Ford's, then energy consuming faults. And metabolism, no, I mean energy, yeah, metabolism, or what is it called? Digestion is a very energy consuming thing. So you basically take a blood flow, the constrictor, because you use all your energy into digesting the food. It takes a lot of energy to do that. So that's why you're temporarily very, very tired and lethargic temporarily. But by eating shit food all the time, you'll be that the 24/7. And I'm only that 1 hour a day, so I can work 23 hours a day, basically, if you don't count with sleep. So I can basically work like 12 hours, it's possible. I can't really avoid the effect, and you say I can eat 3 times a day, but that makes the effect worse. This is the best thing: eat 1 time a day, and then when you're really tired after lunch, you can't eliminate any of these side effects. Like, unfortunately, there is effect. You can't eliminate it, so that's why I leverage my time with something I would have done anyways, like meditating. Because it doesn't require much energy, right? Just meditating there, leverage my time well, and I can't get rid of this effect, so might as well just meditating, so I won't waste any time, right? Be smart, find solution, journal and deep thinking. I did journal and deep thinking and all these things, and meditating was after lunch, it's the perfect time for me. It really fits in perfectly. So do much of journaling and do deep thinking. That's the 10 out of 10 advice I can give you. So when you start implementing this, you can hopefully, depending on if you listen well, if you implemented the steps, or if you decided not to fix your fapping at all, just know that the Nofap YouTubers you're coping with, and the Nofap YouTubers you're watching for the dopamine, you're watching them for the validation or whatever. Oh, you're watching them because I don't really want to fap, I'm watching it because I'm serious about my fapping. They're deceiving you, so watching them might be good if you have the benefits of kind of when you do this, but you probably know by now why the fuck you don't need to fap. It's kind of like, it's kind of deep evolutionary shit, right? That reproduction takes a lot of energy. It kind of makes us slowly lethargic and lose our sperm, lose testosterone by doing that. You kind of know about that already, probably. So you know that they're just deceiving you, and they know that the solution to not fapping is not watching them, so there's no reason to watch them, because you just know, yeah, I'm not bad to fap, and I don't have to do it anymore. Simply that. That's all you have to do. You don't have to think about, oh, I'm gonna watch this Nofap, I'm gonna do that. They make money out of you when you go back to the shit. I haven't watched a Nofap YouTuber in 7 months now. There's fucking no reason. Fuck it too. So the only reason I watched it was because I didn't want to fap, but when I watched it more, I fap more. So fucking no reason. All they're fucking useless. They have a shit market, so they need to profit out of your insecurities. Because out of your insecurities, your pain, they can make a fuck ton of money. That's what they do. And that's horrible because they don't help you. They only care about the money. They don't even try to help you. And they don't know the value equation. You need to grant value to get money themselves. They will never feel good. They will always feel like shit, right? Because they think to help us, but you don't. Imagine someone gaining money by you failing. That's them. When you go back to the video and fail. Oh, how do I go Nofap? How do I go Nofap? They profit out of you. Same with universities. Same with driving licenses 10 times. They profit when you fail. And fapping, because you go back to their fapping thing, and it's wrong methods. Don't do that. Fuck the Nofap YouTubers and influencers, and start respecting yourself more. That is how you improve, not relying on Nofap YouTubers, which doesn't fucking help you, which messes up your mindset. Don't think of yourself as a bad guy. Don't think of yourself as a worse guy because I didn't go every single day without fapping. You know, I'm the worst guy ever. No, there's so many people below you. They're so much better, and you're so much. It's so much easier to hit your goals when you progressively overload yourself. There are people below you, and those Nofap YouTubers are very much below you, and those who fap all the time, and those who fap 3 times a week, and when you do 4, like when you do 2 or whatever, like you are on your self-improvement journey. And a quote I love from Alex Emoji was, "The loser is not the one who fail, it's the one who gives up." So if you just keep in there and don't give up, just let's say you do 1 fapping less per month or 2 or whatever. If you do that every week, in 2-3 months you will be half of your fapping, or maybe you will even progress even faster, and then you will have no one. I literally did this in 2 months and had not a single relapse since then, so it really worked. The best advice is not actually watching. The best advice, not watching those YouTubers, because I didn't relapse a single time after that. Man, it's so effective. You will eventually succeed. I keep doing it. Just don't think about it. Just keep that progressive overload and keep trying. Don't give up. The success will eventually show. And it will be a huge success. It will be delayed gratification. It will take a while maybe for you. Maybe you're one just really, really have a hard time. Like really, really. But you will. It will compound. The success will. It will show itself if you keep it up. And now the rest is up to you. And as always, remember to use your darker sides when proceeding, and it doesn't work. I hope I will see you again.